What's up, y'all? This is China here with the India's Fuck podcast. And the question that I like to ask my lovely guests, the Coyotes here at the LRG headquarters.
Yes, sir.
What makes y'all India's Fuck?
Shit. Trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
Trial and error. Realizing that nobody knows what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
Not nobody. Think of the most popping person. They don't even know what they're doing.
That's
it just
crazy,
happens
right?
to work.
What's crazy is a bunch of motherfuckers that don't do shit be the ones that have an opinion for the motherfuckers that are doing shit. And they tell you what the fuck you got to do, what's going to work. And it's like, what have you done? Nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So once we figured that out, that's when we started, sticking to our gut feeling and being like, man, this is the art we want to push, this is what we want to make, and this is what we're going to put out. Whatever the outcome is after that, we don't give a fuck. Like, if it does good, if it does bad, so what? We're going to die on our shield. And that's what makes us independent now, because like we do what the fuck we want to do and put it out.
And that's like a freeing thing, right? Because when you're with a label, let's say you do one thing, it does good. Then you drop two other things. It don't match what that did. That's it. It's over.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you're independent, you don't really give a fuck. You're like, oh, that one went crazy. The next two might go crazy too. But then you'll have a slump of three things that don't go as crazy. But it doesn't matter. It's all like, as long as you have a core audience, everything you do entertains your core audience. And every so often, you have it spreads and your audience gets bigger.
Yes.
And then bigger.
Yeah,
and
you
then
just got to
bigger.
keep shooting at the wall and build it brick by brick. And that's what we've been doing.
Y'all have been hella consistent since 2019. That's when you guys officially originated as the Coyotes. You guys being brothers, I mean, you guys were a group since birth, right?
Yeah.
Like, are you guys were you guys close growing up?
Yeah, I used to pee on this man.
What?
Yeah,
We
Yes,
used to
facts.
share the same bed, and I used to pee the bed till the point till I was like 10 years old.
It was
And
my
he used
job to
catch
wake
the-
him up.
He used to
Okay.
catch. He used to catch
You're like, I'm
strays.
up.
Yeah.
He would wake up pissed on, it and I'd blame it on him.
So I would, if I woke up to piss, I would be like, Rick, come on, let's go piss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because
Yeah.
I used to hate, like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like, if he's pissed on, I'm pissed on. Like, because, we grew up sharing the same bed till we were like 10, 11.
Wow. Is it
and
just
then we
you
used
guys?
to sleep on the floor too. Not my sister, but she had her own bed. She was the girl. So me and him shared the bed. My sister had her bed over there on the corner.
Yeah.
And then once we got to like high school, then she had her own room, and then we were still sharing a room.
But you guys have always just been close. Were you guys
Yeah, man,
even in
from-
high school? Were you guys hanging out? You know how some older brothers are like, I don't want to hang out with little brother. Like, were you guys cool?
Yeah, hell
I
yeah.
mean, we're like 3 years apart, so it's not a big difference. 2.5 years, it's not a big difference. So we pretty much grew up like neck and neck. You know what I mean? So
I love that.
everything he did, I did. Everything I did, he did.
Same
And-
friends.
Yeah, same friends, same group of friends. Him being a little bit older than me, I definitely felt like I had a little edge over everybody. So I walked out with my chest out a little bit more, and sometimes bit off more than I could chew.
I've
But
in so
I
many
had Big Bro
scraps.
there.
for this
Yeah, we done
motherfucker.
gotten scraps together and all that. So yeah, from the cradle to the grave.
So
Yeah.
who I guess realized that they had the musical talent first?
Me.
Okay, so you. So
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. So like, how did you guys? I mean, you guys are both
think both of
obviously
us,
very
yeah.
skilled,
Happened at the
but
same time.
Yeah,
At the same time?
Yeah.
The same moment we were just smoking, and then we started freestyling.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was never like a planned out thing. Like we're gonna be rappers. Like it just happened, and
Yeah.
then we just kept doing it. And then we were smoking, and we just kept rapping. Next thing you know, we would write shit for the next like
Yeah.
smoke session. And I was like, man, I can't wait to kick this shit the next time I'm like smoking. But we've always had music in our family. Like my dad's a musician.
oh really?
My grandma sings.
Oh shit.
Some of my uncles are in the band. So it's always been like, but they're more hobbyists. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like they do it just. My dad's sick to this day. I go to my mom's like he's singing. It's like therapeutic even listening to my dad sing.
How do they like you guys' music? Your family, are they very supportive? And just
At
like
first,
love
at first
the
they weren't.
brother
They
union?
weren't because they didn't understand it. Because we're first generation American, you know what I'm saying, and we started doing hip hop music, and they don't really listen to that. You know what I mean? So they didn't really understand it when we started doing it. But as they seen the success progress and seeing the things we've done with this music that we love dearly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They started seeing our vision and believing in it, and now they're more supportive than ever. But
They're
as far
starting
as
to
our
get
parents,
it.
they've always
Yeah.
supported everything we did. You know what I'm saying? I'll give them that. But they, at first, when we started rapping, they were like, "Why the fuck you guys want to be rappers? Like, what the fuck is that?" You know what I'm saying? Like,
They don't like the music, even still to this day. Sometimes if we do, because we have different bags. Like they'll
Yeah.
like the positive shit we do, or if we're talking about something of value. They fuck with those. My mom will be like, "You guys should need to do more of that." But
Right.
if we have a verse like, let's say what we just kicked at Power 106, like where we're just like talking reckless, my mom
which
be
is
like,
my
"What the
favorite
fuck?
shit.
What is this?
Yeah, what are you guys
Yeah.
talking about? Like,
Right.
I hope you guys fucking talk to God, cause
Yeah.
all kind of shit."
So I know that you guys have started off in groups. Like before you guys decided to, officially take it between you two, you guys were in other groups. Why do you feel like it wasn't as successful being with other MCs?
I think a lot of personalities, a lot of egos, and too many heads clash. It's egos at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? This is a very ego-driven sport.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just different creative visions, and I feel like me and bro just always we knew what we wanted
Yeah.
at the end of it, you know what I'm saying? And just dealing with other people just makes that a little bit more difficult. So that's why I feel like when me and him just kicked everybody else out and was like, let's just rock, that's why I just started going uphill. But yeah, that's probably why it fell off, just different creative visions and egos that get in the way.
So
And life too. 'Cause,
Yeah,
Life
yeah.
as well, yeah.
We've been doing it for so long. Like we have homies we're doing it with for years with. But it's like if it doesn't happen, people start making bread elsewhere, then they get families, and then it kind of like
Motherfuckers
fizzles
start
away.
having kids.
yeah.
For us, like even though all that shit started happening too, like we
That
found
should put a
different
battery in my
ways-
back. What? I got 2 kids? Nah, hell
But we
no.
had
It's time to
different-
go harder.
different ways to make money, but
Yeah.
we always still recorded. Like
Yeah.
we never stopped recording. Like,
Mhm.
but even with us, I think we kind of put it in the back burner a little bit. But then God brought it back to us. Like